We were riding along the beach, and all we had to do was make a left, and we were right there, but instead we made a right down a dark alley.
Out of the 26 cruises we've been on, we wanted to share the absolute craziest thing that's ever happened to us, hands down.
Like people that are balling on a budget, we decided to be cheapskates, and we decided to just hop in a taxi and take a ride to nowhere.
What we meant by nowhere was we were just going to ask for recommendations from our driver.
The driver was really adamant about going to the beaches in the Dominican Republic because they're beautiful, so we hopped into the back of this pretty shady van.
This was kind of a foreshadowing that we knew something was off. We knew something was shady.
We're driving in the car to the beach, and he's trying to speak in broken English to converse with us, and he's just asked, do we like girls?
Finally, the break of silence is a question that we can all, we're familiar with. Do we like girls? Obviously we like girls. We're laughing. We're like, okay, this isn't shady.
Yeah.
Yes, we like girls.
So we were joking around about going to the beach, seeing some girls in bikinis. We heard Dominican women are beautiful. We're excited for this.
So we're cruising along the beach side. We have the beach on our left. We're like, great beach. When are we getting dropped off? And he makes a right instead down an alley.
Well, everyone in the car is looking at each other, very confused because we were just riding next to the beach and all of a sudden we're going down this alley, so we're all just extremely confused now.
Our driver pulls up next to a broken down 2-story hotel that's abandoned. It has graffiti all over it.
The car stops and he says, get out. And then he hops out of the car and very quickly runs into this broken down hotel. And we're all sitting inside the car thinking that
this isn't the beach.
That doesn't make any sense. We're going to stay in the car. And then after that, he whistles from inside the building and he says, get out now.
There's this awkward thing going on where he whistles again and he's waving us in, and we're all in the car like deadlocked, like, no, we're not going in. Eventually he comes up to the car and we're like, we gather in a tight group. We're like, let's just go in. Like, we don't know how this is going to turn out. Looks like it's about to turn out bad. But let's be in a group.
We decided to get into this tight little formation like we learned in Call of Duty, and we walked into this where we're greeted with this very, very overwhelming smell of urine.
Well, there's doors, and before we get to the doors, we can smell urine. We go through the doors. It's more of an archway, and it opens up into like a courtyard where a pool used to be, but it's abandoned. There's graffiti in it. There's grass growing out of it. And a 2-story hotel where doors are broken in, glass is broken. It's just abandoned, and we know we are definitely in for something that's not good.
We see some gasoline cans by the pool, and it's just the taxi driver in the middle of the courtyard by himself. No one else is there.
So we're standing there, and we're like, what's going on? And he whistles loudly, and we hear like rustling and like cans being kicked over like upstairs, and a door creaking open, and out come a group of women, naked, tats all over their body, loose skin, and they come down the stairs, and now we are putting 2 and 2 together.
Like a movie scene, these women are coming down in a spiral staircase, and they're basically walking in unison, right foot, left foot, like they've been practicing this march for quite some time. And as they get closer to us, we start to smell them. They have a faint smell of urine themselves. They have bloodshot eyes, and they come up to us and just start groping our private area.
If I go back and I think about this story, and one of the things that really, really stood out and really scared me was this part. This was the initial part of them coming down and groping us, and they're fully naked, and there's about 6 of us, so we thought we were cool, but they're literally grabbing our private parts, and the taxi driver is laughing, like I think he thinks he did a good job, so his hands are on his waist, and this is the part that scared me the most. It was clear that he had a gun on his hip.
That's when our panic starts to set in, is when we start to see our taxi driver with a gun. He's laughing, and we're just trying to communicate that there's been a huge misunderstanding between the conversation we had in the car, and what's going on now.
He's laughing. He's having fun. Oh no, there's been a misunderstanding. We don't like girls. Ha ha. No, he's not having it. He's really upset.
The prostitutes take offense to us kind of shying away from them and they start to say, what, do you not think we're beautiful? Do you not find us attractive? Do you think you're too good for us? And we are in extreme discomfort. There is huge misunderstanding, and we started coming up with every excuse in the book to not engage with these women.
This is about 10 minutes of awkward confusion goes by. People are getting restless. People are getting nervous. This one, things starts to go a little crazy, a little sideways. An argument happens between the two girls. One of my friends decides to just turn around and walk towards the door. Then see what happens. This guy has a gun on him. There's prostitutes out here. And he's like, fuck this. I heard him say that. And he starts walking towards the door.
As he's walking towards the door, we have to explain to the taxi driver, thinking on our toes, saying, we have friends at the beach that we were supposed to go to, trying to basically say that we have people waiting for us, so we're trying to cover our own asses to make sure that nothing can really happen to us because there's people out there that know where we are.
After that kind of sinks in, it took a while for him to realize like what was going on. We told him we had people waiting for us that we were meeting with, so whatever is going on here can't happen. He gets angry and he literally starts cursing and yelling at us.
With a lot of anger, the driver says, get the fuck in the car, and at that point, he said, I'll take you to the beach, and we decided we didn't want any part of that, and we said, no, take us right back to the boat.
To explain a little further, the street he turned down brought us to the middle of nowhere. It was clear that we weren't getting a taxi out here. There was donkeys and stuff, but there was no cars. There was no nothing. We were in the middle of nowhere. It seemed like we were forced back in the car.
To make matters worse, on our way home, we went a different way than where we came, and we were taking a lot of side streets. And during this trip back, he would make numerous stops to get out of the car, run into houses, to do God knows what, and then get back in the car and drive us back to the port.
So about the third or fourth stop, I remember saying, guys, we can see the boat in the horizon. Like, it was, a big boat. We're on an island, so you can kind of see which way you have to head. He goes in to make a stop. We get the hell out of the car. We're done with this shit. We don't know what's happening. So we book it back towards the boat on feet.
We were trying to not be seen by him after we started to flee on foot almost. So we were kind of doing like a hide and seek kind of thing. So we'd walk a little bit, get into a building, chill there for a couple of minutes, go back out on the street. And we did that for a couple minutes just to dodge him, so we'd make sure we didn't run into him.
Yeah, we eventually made it back to the boat by hiding. He was like literally the only car in this neighborhood of just broken down homes. But once we made it back, we definitely alerted the authorities. We said, hey, we got into a cab. He tried bringing us here, cursed at us, tried holding us there. He tried holding us against our will, and that's the best we can do before we got back on the boat.
So the point of this video is to raise awareness to you guys, to have an excursion booked with a cruise line. When you go off and do your own thing, you're putting yourself at risk. You might not know what area you're in. You might not know who's going to be your driver. At least the cruise line fully vets these people before they take you out. So there is a different safety factor that you can't replicate by yourself.
Yeah, and this was just to show you at our own expense that sometimes just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. And we do often take advice from locals because they know, food spots and stuff, but just be careful about getting in the cars.
Hopefully you can take away something valuable from this video, because we don't want you to end up in any situation that's remotely near that what we had to deal with.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope you took something from it, like Kyle said, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.
Peace.
Bye.
What is up, my fellow cruisers? Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw today, consider joining the Boat Breaker family. We're giving away a free cruise for 2 to one of our subscribers when we hit 1,000 subscribers. And be sure to check out the other videos that we have posted that we're pointing to right here. Thank you guys and have a great day.